In focus. In Uganda, the Century Entrepreneurship Development Agency, known as CEDA, has launched a program aimed at helping women and girls to become economically independent and socially responsible. VOA'S Ndiho recently spoke with the agency's founder about the Rising Stars mentoring program.
There's a generational gap in Uganda where most of the women leaders are in their 50s and 60s, and we are saying this can't go on. Our population in Uganda is 75% youth, below 30. And when you look around and see where the leaders under those ages, they are not there. So our mission is to create a new generation of women leaders.
I was watching one of your videos and I looked at how you're engaging these schools, trying to look out for these kids who are interested, especially young girls who are interested in taking up future leadership roles. How do you come up with that idea?
That idea, after I participated in the Fortune Mentoring Program, which was done here in Washington, D.C. and New York, I thought to myself and I said, what did you miss out in life? How come other countries are beyond you in terms of development? And I realized as a child growing up, I didn't have any self-belief, I didn't have role models to look up to, and I didn't have a supportive network. So when I went back home in 2009, I said I need to set up that structure for young girls because that's the only way they are going to realize their potentials, not even as children, as adults. Right now when you talk to like my friends in their 30s and 40s and say, what's your career plan? They don't have any because they don't know what it actually means. So that's what we are doing, is to make sure we help these young girls discover themselves at an early age, and then they dream. They dream about places like Washington. Instead of you're in Kampala and you're dreaming about going to Entebbe. That's not a dream, really. We are saying, can you dream bigger?
Those girls feel so empowered. They feel like they can do everything or they can be who they want to be. Right. What kind of impact has that had on these young girls?
You can't believe. We've had the program in secondary schools now for the last, I would say, 5 months. But the change in the girls is so transformational that we found some of the girls, they were timid and they didn't know who they are, and they're thinking they are so disturbed about the future. My mother is telling me I have to be a doctor. My father is telling me I have to be a lawyer, but I want to be an engineer. Those instances are many. And right now, the girls, we took them through a self-discovery period so they know who they are and they've dreamt about how they really want to be in future. And they are saying, you know what, Mom, I'm sorry, I don't want to be a doctor. I'm going to be, for example, an architect. Or I'm going to be in journalism. It's not your dream, it's my dream now. And what we are saying is, let the children take charge of their destinies.
What kind of leadership skills are you trying to give these young girls?
As you know, the education system in Uganda and I've talked to other countries, and it's amazing. I thought it was only Uganda. A lot of developing countries, they tell us a lot of theory we learn about the French Revolution, we learn about the First World War. Yes, those things are relevant. But can we have life skills? Can we talk in schools? Can we talk about setting goals? Can we talk about communication? Because it's key at all levels. For the women, self-confidence and self-esteem. A lot of women fail to even become managers or CEOs because they can't speak. They can't stand in front of people. And don't forget, women are very bright and smart. They'll have their idea, and then the guy will say it, and they will say, oh, I knew that. But you didn't say it. So we are saying, let's give those women, young women, the skills right now. Financial literacy is another one. You know how it is. As adults, as children, we don't know how to save money, we don't know how to plan, we don't know how to budget. And, of course, entrepreneurship. We have a challenge of youth unemployment. So we are saying, can we grow entrepreneurs when they are still young? By the time they go to finish university, they will embrace it.
That was VOA'S Ndiho speaking with Raima Kasule, founder of CEDA International.